Um, hmm. And after Mask of Madness, what do you think would have been an item as your
After
core?
Mask
Yeah.
of
After Mask of
Madness,
Madness, sometimes I like to go for Diffusal Blade. That's when it gets blurry
Okay,
for me,
very good.
like after I get my Mask of Madness.
Um, I okay. So diffusal is it's an item that you could get as void. You could get it, but okay. So if I have to ask you, after diffusal, what do you think would have been your next item?
I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't know,
Monkey
maybe
King.
Monkey
I was
Kings,
really
because I was
struggling
really
with doing
struggling
enough
with doing
damage to
enough damage to
Huskar.
Huskar.
I
Okay.
think I
I think I go straight for Monkey Kings after the Berserker's Mask, though.
Okay. So another question: why diffusal? Why diffusal this much?
uh
Pardon?
If why do you get why do I want to get the Visual Blade? If I have to ask you, why do I want to get the Visual for this specific game?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was just, I don't really have a.
I'm not
I'm
thinking when
not
I build the
thinking when I
diffuser
build a
blade.
I
Diffusal
see.
It's just
Blade. It's just, like sometimes the slows help, and it's what the guide says, and I don't really have a better guess.
Okay, so I think that's the problem here, um, because again, this is again where I have to say that that's not a good mindset. We always want to come up with a solid explanation. We don't. It doesn't even have to be solid. But if you're just getting a certain item because that's what we do, know that you're gambling. Know that you're gambling because if you're getting a certain item without understanding what it really does or understanding what I really want to do to win the game, then it's just gambling. I'm just farming the gold and I want to get this item and I hope that I power spike. I hope that I become stronger and I just get it, right? So that's not a good mindset. Thing is, if you get a Diffusal Blade, what it does is it saps mana, right? Every time you hit,
yeah.
they lose
Yeah.
mana. So it's good against if you have to take a guess. If you're set
Bristleback,
Bristleback,
spellcasters in
spellcasters in
general.
general.
spellcaster. Oh yeah, yeah, I agree. So like, yeah, but if we look at their lineups,
They're not
They're not
very
very mana
mana
intensive,
especially
especially considering
considering Huskar.
Huskar.
exactly, yeah, exactly. So the visual is
Maybe not a good
Maybe not
buy.
a
I
good
don't even
buy.
think
I
I'd
don't
buy
even
it
think
this
I'd buy
game.
it this
okay.
game.
So after Mask of Madness, what do you think would have been your item?
I
I
think
think
I
I
go
go
for the
for the
Monkey
Monkey
Kings
Monkey
Kings,
just
King
just
right
because
because
away.
things
things
are
are
really
really
starting
starting
to
to
look
look
bad.
bad.
Hmm.
And
And
usually
usually,
every other
every
game
other
I get a
game I get
Monkey
a Monkey
King,
King,
it's
it's
a
a
power
power
I
spike.
spike.
actually do not disagree with the Monkey King bar, and the reason is, I expect this Doom to get Heaven's Harbored. I think this Huskar also might get Heaven's Harbored, and if they do it, then it's an invasion, and you take the Monkey King bar. The only problem is, even if you get the Monkey King bar, they can still cast the Heaven's Harbored out of the Chronosphere, and like if you're
Yeah,
disarmed, if you
Yeah,
yeah, if you're disarmed, then like it doesn't matter if you have Monkey
what are
King
you
bar or
gonna
not.
what are
do?
you gonna do?
So all I'm saying is like those are the things that we have to be thinking about. It's really complicated when it comes to itemization of Faceless Void. There are many different ways. Like there are games that you want to get the Visual Blade and the Manta style because if you get the Manta style, your illusions also procs the Visual Blade's mana burn. So if you
Yeah,
Chronosphere,
Yeah,
cast a Manta style, and then you just kill someone, like they lose all the mana really fast, this extra damage, and they die. So a lot of different ways. Like if you can even get Sanjan Yasha, right? And then later get a satanic. If you get satanic plus Sanjan Yasha, then you have something like 45 status resistance. You just almost become unkillable. Doom dooms you with 40% status resistance and that much like vampire aura. Then
yeah,
you
you
just
shrug
can't
it
die.
off.
You just can't die, right? So that's like the itemization we can think of. So there really isn't the right itemization, if I have to say. There really isn't. It really depends on your playstyle, what you think, but the Visual Blade definitely I can say not one of the items that I can recommend for this lineup. Um, it was so. What do you think is the perfect itemization for this game? If we have to take a guess after Mask of Madness, let's go back and start from there.
Hmm.
The perfect item after Mask of Madness.
Or
Monkey
itemization,
King.
Monkey
yeah,
King?
itemization.
Yeah. Well, one thing, Monkey King's really is kind of it's really expensive, and you don't really get the power curve until you have all of the items. So maybe if I went for Chrysalis, like we talked about earlier, which would be 2,000 gold, and I'd benefit from it faster.
Okay. Have you ever thought about getting Maelstrom?
Maelstrom.
Maelstrom. I've bought it a couple of times when I was first trying out Faceless Void, and it just didn't really work for me.
Okay. I mean, it's just a lot of damage, right? It's just a lot of damage, and it also makes you farm faster because if it procs, then it's an AOE damage, right? So it just
I can
helps.
see how
I can see how Maelstrom could be good on Faceless Void. Like his little time lock could also proc it.
Yeah. So if you get a Maelstrom, it's the item is like it helps you to fight, but at the same time, it actually helps you to clear the lane creeps really fast because there's a difference between you just right-clicking everything with mouse combatants and even if you get the Monkey King bar, you're only single target, right? You're not
yeah.
going to be like clearing the lane curve fast enough. But if you get on Maelstrom, then it helps you a little bit in fight because it's damage. But I think the main purpose of getting the item is it really helps you to clear everything that's in front of you. If you get a Maelstrom, you just attack it a few times and maybe everything dies. Maybe not as fast as Batter Free, but it's better than nothing. If you're from a jungle, then Maelstrom just helps you. It just helps you. Later you can upgrade it, and then that's like if you upgrade Maelstrom, then just becomes stronger, like more attack speed, more damage. So it is the item for Faceless Void that you must almost always consider getting. If you're not getting it, I'm fine, but at least consider getting it because it's just so good. Like it helps you to farm, it helps you to fight. Like what else do we want? That's all we want is Faceless Void. So it should be in your consideration. And after that, know that this is not an easy decision, even for everyone. It's just important that we always have to have something alternative in our mind. If the Visual Blade and Monkey King Bar is everything that we can think of, it's bad because you're gonna be doing that every game and you're not gonna win, right?
It's not gonna work
yeah.
for every game.
So have you ever thought about getting Sanjin Yasha?
I used to get Sanjan Yasha, and then it just kind of didn't really work for me.
Maybe because I
yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Have you ever thought of getting BKB?
Oh yeah.
BKB is I'm always thinking about BKB and when I need it and if I need it.
Okay. And BKB can be good item here because
Drowse, Silence, Gyrocopter Stun, Crystal Maiden's Root, which will hurt me. And the Heaven's Halberd, it can't dispel it, but it will prevent it from being cast on me during my chrono effect.
Baby, nice. I think your like knowledge about like you just nailed it. Like you got everything right. That's everything, literally. Like you got it. That's why BKB is good. I'm really surprised. Like for someone knowing about those things and you're stuck at this MMR, I'm surprised. So your knowledge about the game is very solid. Like when I'm asking the item magician, like why this is good, like you're nailing it. So that's very impressive. So did you get Butterfly? You did get Butterfly.
I did
not. I said that maybe I would have done it in hindsight, but I did not.
Okay, so if I have to ask you why Butterfly is
helpful.
Helpful. Definitely someone like Huskar. The less stacks he can get on me, the better. After that, maybe just Drow and Gyrocopter.
Yeah. So I mentioned about getting Sanjin Yasha because
which is the status resistance. I remember.
And it synergizes.
I didn't even know it gave status resistance, or maybe I just didn't care until today.
You can go ahead and just read the item. It gives status resistance. The reason that I was mentioning with Sanjin Yasha is it synergizes really well this game with Satanic, right? If you get Satanic, have you ever thought about getting Satanic as Void before?
That was a very, very late game purchase for me when I was using it to just outplay Huskar and our healing.
Exactly. You can outplay them, right? If you get Satanic, then I mean you already are very, very hard to kill with the Time Walk, but if you get Satanic, then that's like literally another Time Walk, right? You're not dying as long as you're hitting something, right? So thing about Sanjin Yasha and Satanic is you just can't die. You just can't. Like, believe me, you just can't die. You have that much status resistance. Doom dooms you, and like it lasts for like 10 seconds. And even if you're on the effect of doom, you just attack something, you have crazy amount of life steal. Like it's very very hard for them to kill. So if you get Sanjin, Yasha, Satanic, and Butterfly, I just don't think you die. I don't see how they kill you. Like it's all about at this point. If you're talking about itemization,
Wouldn't the status resistance also help for the Huskar burning
yeah,
spears?
it applies to everything. So when you're talking about like itemization, it's all about using our imagination. What would happen if I get this? What would happen if I get that? Right? And when I see this game, you die from doom, right? If he dooms you
Yeah,
and you
I
have
do.
something like the visual blade or manta style, you die. I don't care what you do, you just die.
Yeah.
So, and that's where Sanjin, Yasha, and Satanic kicks in, right? If we have that much stat red and stat resistance and lifesteal, he can't be a threat anymore. The Doom can't be a threat anymore. And if not Doom, the other way you die is from all the other magical damage that they were throwing up, right? It's Crystal Mid and Ultimate, and Gyrocopter Ultimate, like Gyrocopter also magical, but they also have physical damage, which is like Huskar and Draw Ranger right-clicking, Gyrocopter right-clicking. And if you're thinking about that, then we just said it. We get BKB and Butterfly. If we get BKB and Butterfly, we take no magical damage. They cannot use Heaven's Harbored, and we have an evasion, so we're kind of immune to the physical damage. So it's everything, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like by just going through what I just did, like analyzing their matchup and how do I die, and what do I have to get to prevent that from happening, you just get better ideas of itemizing. So do you understand now why this item is wrong, like Moonshard and Moonshard? Because it's just like there are just
Yeah, I
so
think I
many
do.
other items that you must get to survive. But if you get this, like I don't see how you survive in a team fight. I just don't see it, right? So if you're saying that right now, that's fine. If you don't say, like, feel free to make any objections, because I'll be.
I don't really.
I don't really have an objection with the Moon Shard. I was really only 1v1 or Chronos, and that was like the only times I was
Yeah,
useful.
but like, do you now understand like how we all at the same time, like we also have to worry about if we don't have Chrono, like if they initiate on us, then how do I survive, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and another item that actually could be helpful this game, I feel like, is a Scotty, which Gyrocopter got, because if you got Scotty, then
That would really.
That would really mess
yeah,
with
it
Huskar.
really messes up with almost everyone. They can't run away from you because they are slow.
I think our Medusa bought a Scotty, and that was like a coordinated
Okay,
thing.
that's fair enough. But all I'm saying is, like, just because he got Scotty does not mean you don't have to get Scotty. Because if you got Scotty, like, it's just a lot of health. It's just a lot of health. It's like 25 all stats, 225 health. You just become so tanky. And I think this is the game that being tanky is something that you can really appreciate. Like, they care about killing you right away after Doom dooms you. If they don't kill you, then they will be in trouble, right? If you imagine you're tanking, imagine you're tanking up everything. Imagine they go ham on you, all 5 of them go ham on you because they want to kill Void, and then you happen to survive because you have Satanic, Sanjin, Yasha, and Scotty, and BKB and Butterfly. Like, can you see how tanky you are? Like, if you got those items, then you don't die. If you don't die, then there's an Echo Slam waiting behind. There's like Wind Ranger like waiting behind with a Shackle Shot, ultimate everything. Chaos Knight waiting behind. If you eat up all their spells and you don't die, then how are they going to win? They cannot win, right? After wasting all their spells on you and you survive it. So that's just one way of playing the game, and I think it's really important. If this is something that you have never thought of, you will do this in the next game, and you'll see the power. You'll understand what I'm talking about. So